Good morning everybody and welcome back to another builder base video. Now today we're not going to be attacking, we're going to be building a base. A lot of you guys want to know how to do this and I got to get back on it. We are clearly taking some heavy hitting defenses. We are not ready for this new meta, so let's try and build a base to get this all set up. What are the strongest defenses now? Let's go take a peek. Air is really strong. Let's look at all these and what do we need to make sure we're protecting the most. These expos honestly aren't as strong as they used to be. The roaster and the air bombs are kind of the strongest defenses right now, especially the roaster. The roaster is #1 priority, so we're going to keep this one further inside the base than I used to. Let's kind of build around that. It's going to be kind of in the center of the base. Let's put a crusher right next to it, and then what do? We could totally go in with a weird compartment, kind of like just keep this on its own. That's going to protect itself, and then we'll toss in the expo right on the outside of it. I do not think the dropship splashes onto the crusher there, and even if it does, it won't take it down all the way, especially with the roaster helping out. So I want to start like this, and why don't we go put a gap in between it like that. There we go. How should we keep going? Archer tower on each side could be pretty strong. Let's put a 1 tile gap to make sure the dropship isn't getting too much value. Perfect. And then how do we line up everything? Maybe we'll put a giant cannon over here instead of the archer tower. We need to figure out where we're going to put the other air defenses. I'm not entirely sure. Do we make this a little bit lopsided? We might do that. So why don't we make this a little bit lopsided? We're going to toss in the lava launcher onto the other side, kind of in its own world over here. And we'll put in the Mega Tesla kind of in its own world over there. We only need like a 1 tile gap, I think. Perfect. Let's go do that. And then maybe, I'm not sure. So we have already placed down 64 walls. We do not get a whole lot of walls to work with here. Let's start in an archer tower and a double cannon maybe. And then like that. Okay, we only have 21 more walls. Oh boy, how do we finish this one off? I like the idea, but I don't know if I want to keep this. We should really we got to put down the air bomb somewhere, and I don't know where that should be. I guess we could maybe, no, we got to keep the expo right there. We could put the air bombs over here, but then he does get a lot of value if he comes in from that side, but we could trap that side, honestly. And we can put an archer tower here as well. We don't have a lot more walls to work with. We might need to sacrifice the double wall gap here with the archer tower, so why don't we go ahead, sacrifice that now. We're just gonna hope that no one uses cannon carts. It's kind of a dead strategy here, so I'm feeling kind of good about it. So we should be good just to go like that. Boom. All right, so here is our first base. We have yet to put down a lot of defenses. Obviously, we're gonna have to mod this a little bit. Maybe we don't even have the 2 tile gap for the expo. We'll just put a lot of buildings in front of it. We're going to grab in some more walls. Now we have a few walls. Why don't we go now put a little bit more of a gap here? Do we have? No, we need 6 walls. We can't do a gap yet. So let's just kind of see what we really have. Let's take out, how about we move this here? We're just going to try and get a bunch of walls. And we have like the basic idea now. And now we just need to make it work. That is first. So we still need to put down 1 more defense. We're going to try and use 3 Teslas. All right. And like that. So this is our first base. And now we need to make it actually good. We could totally move in the Tesla. Everything is so close to the edge here. This is looking like a bad base currently. So that, again, this is part of the process, is getting the bad base. Now we have how many walls? We can place down 18 walls now. So here is what we got. So let's go ahead and start in some extra walls onto the outside to kind of add a gap, I guess, kind of like that. And then maybe we'll do some more extra walls over there. We need 8. Do we have that many? I think we do, yeah. We should be fine. Just like that. Boom. All right, so there is that. And now why don't we go place down all of our buildings that we're going to have defending the weakness over here with the walls. Like that, and then we'll go move it a little bit closer. We'll toss in 2 Teslas just already because we already know we're going to put them there. So here are our Teslas. So here's what we got so far. So this is the base. How do we make this base good? The expo and the crusher in the center I feel like is super strong. It's just this place right here is not super strong, especially because you can take down the archer tower. So why don't we move this a little bit more this direction, and then we could totally just remodel these walls, and maybe we can add in something. Let's see. We're missing 1 wall here. My favorite thing about the builder base is how few walls you have. Man, okay. Or maybe we'll have to sacrifice this 2 tile gap we got going on, and we could just toss in like a Tesla to distract everything maybe on this side. That way you can't go in from there. So let's take that, move this over here. Now we got all the walls we could ever want. Put in a double cannon, and now let's go ahead and place down the buildings because, oh wait, we need to put down 1 more building. Really? A firecracker could work. We could throw off some of the value he's trying to get with a firecracker. I'm not entirely sure if that's the best move. Maybe we should really prioritize getting like 2 more walls so we can place down one more thing by the lava launcher. How about a lowered archer tower would be solid? How do we get 2 walls, guys? That's the question of the day. I guess we don't really care about this archer tower as much. I don't really know if we even need that archer tower there. Let's just sacrifice those 2 walls, put that up at the top. We'll move 1 wall down, and there we go. So this is our base currently. Will this base work? That is a big question. We're going to run some friendly challenges on it, and then we'll edit it as we need to. All right, and I forgot we got to put down traps, and where should we put those? So I feel like maybe we'll put a bunch of small mines within the base to kill off these skeletons that are probably going to be coming in. Let's put those just riddled around the base here like that. We'll probably toss in some air bomb. Oh, we don't want to put air bombs there though, because if he goes in with minions, they'll all take it. So why don't we go put some air bombs in places he would not put his drop ships? Like right there could be good. Here maybe, just to go try and kill some of the minions off. Obviously we can move this depending on what strategies people are using. Let's go put in a giant bomb right there just to take out anybody trying to take out that giant cannon. Maybe we'll put in 2 giant bomb, or a giant bomb and 2 bombs right there, honestly. That way we can hopefully take down a cannon cart. And then on this other side, let's just toss in some push traps, and we have 1 more trap to use. We got 1 more mega mine. Let's go ahead, we'll use that mega mine. Like, where do we want to? I guess right here would be best. And now we'll just toss down the rest of our traps. Let's see how the space works. Again, we do not know if it's going to work, so that's a big question. Let's just throw it up and see what happens. All right, here we go. So we got Daniel, one of the best players in the world. Obviously not exactly the first person I thought would attack it, but let's see what he can do. This space, you know, it doesn't look bad in my opinion. I feel like we got a lot working for us with this expo and the roaster on the other side. That's going to stop a lot of common attacks. And he's going in with archers. He's going to find all my traps. This is not the first person I would have selected to test this base. But you know, what are you going to do? You can't always win. And he does find a few of the bombs. But he didn't find all the bombs. But he'll probably find the rest of them once he uses his archers. You know, maybe that will splash onto his cannon a little bit. I'm not sure. Hopefully we don't have any push traps really over there, and he knows this. He does know how these bases work. He knows there's Teslas, so he knows he's got to test for them. But he is using cannon carts and baby dragons, something I didn't predict. Okay, we nearly took out that cannon cart, but not all the way. That's unfortunate. So he's going to get down that double cannon or giant cannon, so we should really put 2 walls there. We gotta move that there. Maybe we'll sacrifice this archer tower and move the walls so the giant cannon is always defended. Let's just keep seeing what he's able to do here. Now he's gonna get some massive value there. Okay, so that is a huge weakness of the base. Obviously, this is why we test bases. You gotta find these weaknesses as much as you can. Sometimes you aren't always gonna think of them yourself. So, can we get down this cannon cart? Oh, barely survives. Good job. So the obvious answer is that we need to defend this giant cannon better. So let's just put a 2 wall gap in between everything right there. Honestly, I think we don't. Do we need those walls? I guess if we're trying to separate the archer tower, we need those walls. But if not, we can maybe defend the archer tower a little bit better. So let's go like that, and then up a little bit. Now we're going to add in our 2 tile gap that you love to see. We might need to sacrifice this roaster, but we'll just put in a another wall there to defend against that. So that is better. Ooh, but we're missing a wall there. So we're going to move this all the way back down. We do not need as much as we got there. Move that wall there. And then now we're going to put the ancient barbarian head statue there to defend against that. What if we move the giant cannon is also another great defense. So what if we move the giant cannon? All right. What if we rethink this base a little bit? Let's go. We're going to delete a lot, and then we're going to change a bit. So I feel like we got to defend the giant cannon and the roaster, if I'm really thinking about it now. So let's put in the air expo same place, and then now we got to rearrange everything. First of all, we do not need that wall there, but we could keep it there if we want to just put in like an archer tower. I don't know. What we could also do, wait, is that a good idea? Maybe. Okay, let's just toss this here, put a wall in there, put in another archer tower right here. We gotta put the crusher in a good spot, and I think maybe the crusher right here is pretty solid, especially if we put in like a lava launcher to go defend for that, like right there. And then the archer tower picks up where it leaves off and finishes it off. That looks like some pretty good defense. And now we got to figure out where we want to put in the rest. So we could, of course, put in some more air bombs over here. Yeah, we'll put air bombs over there. And where would he want to go in? I feel no, he'd want to go in probably from the archer tower to get the most value. So we'll put in a Tesla there to defend against that a little bit better. And then why don't we put in another archer tower somewhere else? I don't know where is the best spot. I guess right here would work best. Nope. How about right here? Nice. So we do not have as many walls as I would like to have, but that's okay. We're just gonna remove some walls. There isn't really a good solution here. Let's just go first, figure out where we want to put the Mega Tesla. We could just put it on the other side somewhere, like right over here. It's just that's a lot of juicy defenses for that area. So I feel like we gotta defend this double cannon on its own. Or we could even defend the... No, we can't. We gotta just defend the double cannon. So that's going to give us some more walls to work with because we don't really need to do much with that double cannon. We could even put a crusher there if we wanted to. Maybe a crusher would be the best idea. Why don't we go switch that out for a crusher? We got only one double cannon on the base though, which is kind of weak. Make that no double cannons on the base. So maybe this is totally weak. This could be a terrible idea, but that's going to give us some more walls to work with. We could even just defend the Expo and then move this over to there. Put a Tesla there to defend it. Or do we... Where do we go with it? I think maybe we keep the Tesla up here and now the Expo is going to defend for it. So I like this a little bit more now. We're still defending everything I really kind of wanted to. Test number 4. Obviously we're trapping more against dropships, not against baby dragons, archers, and cannon carts, so I'm not sure how this is going to work, but we just got to hope for the best. So this is going to be the big determining factor of is this base really good or is it really bad. Now we do have a bunch of Teslas right there, so now we're starting in an archer that's going to be able to take down maybe the crusher if he gets it right. He might think that their Teslas are over there, which is valid, but they just aren't, so that's kind of good for us if he's going to go in from there with the archers to try and find them. Hopefully we can take down this cannon cart. It is out of range of the lava launcher barely. So let's see how this goes. He is going to lose that archer, so he needs to put another one down. He could use a minion, which probably would be a better idea, but, you know, to each their own. He's going in from the other side than I expected, though. Is that good or bad? Once he puts down a dropship, everything is tanked for. He's going to get a lot of value with that battlecopter, so... Oh, look, the Teslas are going to take out that cannon cart. Beautiful Tesla placement. That's what you like to see. That's really going to put a kink in his plans, and that's really, really good. Now, he can put in 3 dropships wherever he wants, though, but he's not going to start them from the top. He's full sending it from the bottom. We're going to take down those archers, hopefully, before they take down the air bombs. Look at all these mines taking out these skeletons. Now he's getting a lot less value than he wanted to, and he has to deal with these crushers. So this is working exactly like I wanted to. If we can hopefully defend against this. Come on, Crusher, take it down. Beautiful. Crusher's getting a lot of value, and now we have one last dropship to worry about, but he's getting so much tanking value with that dropship. He's gonna take down a lot here. I am happy with this. Maybe he even time fails, though, to be honest. He does time fails. Ooh, how do we build the second stage for this, dude? We really need to take an archer tower here somewhere. This one's even supposed to be lowered. I don't know why it's not. Maybe we'll take that, put a double cannon in there, go to the second stage, and we'll use the archer tower in the very corner. Like that. That's going to defend against any cannon carts. Let's keep going with this style, and we'll put in a firecracker up there. And then we'll also put in a firecracker all the way over here, maybe. With a... No, actually we're going to put a double cannon, firecracker, cannon in between, 2 tile gap per usual. Just like that. I think it's pretty solid. It's a good start. We still have some double cannons to place down, so let's put in, how about the mortar from the very top somewhere? No, actually we'll put in a double cannon up here too. We really want this mortar to be pretty centered, so I think that's good. Put a gap there and then put this one directly connected to it, because that shouldn't be able to get splashed on by the dropship. And then we don't have many more walls to use, so let's just toss in a cannon from the top. We still have another cannon down here. We have a lot of firecrackers we could still use. We could even use one like right there. Maybe. I don't actually know if that's a good spot. Let's move this. Put a cannon in all the way there. Move that up one. Move this down one. And that should be pretty good because not a lot of people are using baby dragons, so I feel like this is a good anti-dropship second stage. We'll even put in the guard post right there, and now we need to make sure we're defending these cannons. First of all, we need to put a bunch of push traps, as many as we can, right around over here. We really want to defend against everything. We have a huge angle where we can defend against everything. And now we're going to toss in all the extra buildings like right over here, so he wants to go in from that angle. Now let's see if this works. Let's watch and see what he did and why this worked so well. So he started in the battle machine, immediately found a Tesla. That's actually working really well. So how did this not go great? So the baby dragon, okay, he hit the Tesla way sooner than he was supposed to. That's bad. And then we got everything still working up there. Expo is taking out stuff. He nearly loses his battlecopter really early. So what am I missing? The Expo is not tanking for a whole lot here, but it does take out like a good portion of the base. The baby dragons, I feel like maybe just the air defenses are too clustered up, to be honest. This is a really bad attack. How did this work? So this was terrible. I think our air defenses are just way too clustered, so how do we even fix that? That's how our base is built. What we're gonna do maybe is we'll switch the Expo up to the top, and then we're gonna do a Tesla farm up there, because that's gonna be a bit, that kills these baby dragon attacks. So we're gonna go like that, put in the Tesla farm. We can move this gap a little bit. We don't need it there anymore. Just like this, and then we can move this up to the top. Mega Tesla could go over here. We could move the roaster over to there. We can move the crusher into the, no, but we should move the giant cannon into the middle. Then we move the air bombs like right there maybe. And then that's looking a little bit better. That was a little bit of some quick changes there to try and make this base work more. I don't know for sure if that's going to be the solution though. Can't take out a whole lot. We still have pretty good defense. Now let's take out some of these walls. Maybe we don't even need this separating wall. We'll surround this Expo with the crushers like that. Take out this crusher. We don't need it right now. And then move that there like that. Boom, bang. Yeah, because no one's really using cannon carts, so I'm okay with this. Because this would be really, really bad versus cannon carts in the old meta, but I don't know if it is anymore. So do we switch this archer tower towards the bottom, move the giant cannon up towards the top? No, because it gets a lot of value there. Move that there. Dropship does get a lot of value on the crusher though. That's really bad. So we gotta actually move that up. A lot of moving going on right now. And I guess we'll move that crusher over to there. Hopefully that defends against any mini dropships. Put a gap in between everything over here, like this. 1 minute. Like that. Archer tower up there. Let's refix this gap. So, new plan. We're right here. Kind of back to the beginning. And is this much better? He does get a huge amount of baby dragon value from the top, but we should be able to defend that with all of these Teslas. We'll put in some bombs too to help. Like that. And then one more all the way up there. How many? Well, we have 8 walls still, so we'll add in a 2-tile gap to defend against archers. I think we should have enough walls to do that. Put in a crusher at the bottom. We only have 13 defenses placed down right now. We need one more. Maybe we switch the double cannon for a crusher too. Like right there. Last Tesla right in front of this crusher, because that's where I would go in if I were him. Let's see if we can maybe fit in a double cannon like right there. I think that we can. I think we absolutely can. New base, new me. Let's see if this works now. Oh, and we got a defense. Okay, so how did this happen? Let's see, used in all baby dragons. This is what we're defending against right now, is the air. He doesn't have a max battlecopter, but I don't think that matters. It was a time fail, but I'm not really that affected by it. Still, the first defense we've had. Maybe we move this battlecopter down one, the crusher down one to defend this archer tower for us. Maybe that's the best idea. Or, yeah, I feel like that might be a good idea, because right now that's just a free archer tower. Now he's going to cross tank with the baby dragons, but the Teslas are, oh, bad move. He got surprised by the Teslas. He wasn't expecting those, and that's going to take out a baby dragon. Now he's going to lose another baby dragon. These Teslas, that was a perfect change, was adding in those Teslas up there. Another air bomb. Now he's losing the battlecopter. And that's going to be huge for us. He has to waste the ability right there. We might be able to take down another baby dragon with those Teslas. Guys, the Teslas were totally the move here. He is nearly losing all his baby dragons. I think he nearly lost 3. There goes 3 baby dragons have been lost to the Teslas now. And so this is going to be a time fail somehow. I'm not entirely sure how. Let's see if we can take out that baby dragon. And then he's just going to battlecopter, has to go through the rest of the base. So that was a beautiful first defense against the baby dragons. Exactly what we wanted to happen happened. Let's go ahead. Let's see. He barely takes out the Tesla too. Look, 1 HP. This might be on. We might be onto something. And we get another 97% defense. Boys, we're onto something. 2 in a row. Okay. Yes. A third defense. Guys, I think we got the base down. Finally. It just took a few attempts. So this one was even a better one than before. He starts in a cannon cart onto this army camp, and then he's just starting it in to kind of cook for him. This is going perfectly, so we're going to speed this up. Battlecopter comes in from the top. That Tesla is going to catch him off guard. I already know it. There it is. That's not what he expected. He's using minions on the Mega Tesla. That's an interesting addition. I thought I would show that, I guess. And then now the Baby Dragon, he takes down the Mega Tesla. He's taking a lot of damage to that central Expo. That Expo being in the middle, I feel like is so clutch for us. That's going to take down almost everything. And these Teslas, again, the Teslas were the move. They are saving the day here, taking down another Baby Dragon before it gets the value he needs and wants. Now he just has the cannon cart moving around the base. He's going to try and take it down with the Baby Dragon, and yet again, boys, I think it's going to be a time fail. I think it's a time fail, and that's what you love to see with these bases. It doesn't matter if fail, time fail, whatever. He only had 1 troop remaining, and it was not enough. Another beautiful defense for us. We're into a live defense now, up against Matty Ray 30, and here he goes in from the top. Everybody's wanting to go in from the top here with the Battlecopter, and they all get caught by this Tesla. So let's see if we can secure one last defense to end this video off. This has already been a really, really good example of how you build bases, considering we just got 3 defenses in a row, 3 2-stars from a new base I just built. That is how you need to be building bases, is just learning from your mistakes. That Baby Dragon, it doesn't even hit the Mega Tesla. Now the next one's getting distracted. Here is how the Tesla is now working onto his Battlecopter, and look at the Baby Dragon flying around, not going in for the Mega Tesla like he wanted to. He has to sacrifice another one. He does get down the lava launcher now, and he's probably going to get down that Mega Tesla. There still is a hefty amount of defenses, though. He has not found the other 2 Teslas. He's about to, though. There they are, and then now he is losing that Baby Dragon. The other Tesla is about to pop up. He's losing his Battlecopter to these air bombs. He has to send in another Baby Dragon, but I don't think he's gonna. So there goes down the Battlecopter. There's still a Roaster, there's still a Tesla, there's still even the air bombs left alive. He's gonna take down both the Expo and the air bombs, though, here. That is some really, really good value for him. So the question is, can he finish it off? Now he is finding all of the rest of our traps, guys. This is already looking like it's going to be our next defense of the video. Let's see if we can pull it off and clutch it up for one last 2-star defense. Come on. No, we need one more air bomb. Is there an air bomb somewhere? Can I please get an air bomb? Please tell me I have one last air bomb. Anywhere around the base will be please, 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 please. Come on, tell me we get this last air bomb. Is there? Nope. Oh, yes! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. 4 2-stars in a row. Let's go check it out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. This is how you build a base. Yes. Okay. There you go. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. The process of base building is a process of trial and error. You're not going to get it your first try, but you have to be willing to keep testing it out and keep seeing what's working, what's not working, and you will succeed. This is a beautiful example. 1, 2, 3, 4 2-star defenses in a row with this base. That is so perfect. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to use code AJ in the shop to support me. Remember to join the Discord if you want to talk with me a little bit, learn some attack strategies, get some base links. That's all going to be in the Discord. I'll be also posting this base in the Discord for you guys. With that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.